Taqsim is traditionally a instrumental solo played on the Arabic oud, which is like a fretless guitar.
Okay.
And beautiful, beautiful solos on that instrument are known as Taqsim. So one would be called Taqsim.
Right.
And so since this was a solo guitar album, and it was a lot of Arabian influence going into this with the flamenco and the Moorish sounds, I felt Taqsim was a good name. So I began playing guitar when I was 14 years old. I saw a Spanish guitarist playing background music in an art gallery exhibition, and I was mesmerized by the way he could play, and I forgot all about the art, which was the reason I was actually there, and just stared transfixed at his fingers and the way he could play the guitar. And I approached him and said, I need you to teach me how to play like you. And sensing my enthusiasm, he said, I have a music shop, I can teach you after hours. And so he managed to give me all of maybe 3 lessons, and then he had to leave town. But before doing so, he gave me a book, which was called El Arte Flamenco de la Guitarra by Juan Martin, which is essentially a teach-yourself flamenco book, which became my Bible, if you will. And over the course of the next 2 years, I worked my way through that book. I had no guitar instructor, so I sat in front of a mirror and practiced, anywhere from 5 to 9 hours a day. I was incredibly obsessed, would be the right word. And I began to write music. And so the pieces that are on this album are all the way from when I was about 16 years old until present day.
Okay.
And they're spanning that time. I suppose for a long time I was hoping my playing standard would get good enough to be able to really put down my compositions on a recording that I would be happy with.
Okay.
And when I felt like my skills were getting proficient enough, I was like, all right, now is the time. Guitar was a source of therapy for me. It was a way of drowning out the world. It was a way of meditating. And it's been a very personal relationship between me and a guitar for most of my life. So I felt that needed to be put down somewhere, that needed to be recorded. And since Bali has been such an amazing journey for me, I thought what better place to record it than in Bali. Yes, Antida Studios.
Antida, famous Antida Studios.
In Sanur. I can't recommend that place highly enough.
They're amazing.
Amazing value, amazing skills, and they did such a wonderful job of mixing and mastering the album itself that, they mic'd up my guitar with like 5 microphones and made it sound like it cost $4,000, which it doesn't. And yeah, I'm super happy with everything there.
They definitely, I think.
Thank you, Anum and Denny, if you're listening. Definitely open to collaborations. Like, I've been approached by a friend and a very well-known producer named Mo Morris, and I'm going to be featuring on possibly a couple of tracks for a new charity album, which is going to get some worldwide exposure, which will be really exciting. I'm open to any of those kind of collaborative efforts where somebody feels like my skills would complement their work. I'm more than happy to join in. I think other than that, though, I have no current interest in forming a new band or anything like that. I've already written a number of songs, vocal songs as well, and so I would like to really get those recorded. I've been asked to write lyrics and songwrite for a few producers at the moment. So I'm putting together lyrics for that, and I'll possibly be on the album delivering the lyrics if they're fast lyrics. And so musical journey is definitely still going. The new project is something that I feel can really give back to the larger Bali community as a whole, including the international community that comes here to visit, both for adults and children. It's a new venue with a unique concept to Bali and certainly I think within this part of the world. It's called the Superhero Factory.
I like that, man.
Yeah. So as kids, a lot of us, I mean myself included, grew up with Spider-Man and Transformers and Superman, and I have fond memories running around my parents' house in a cape, jumping off things and falling over. And I don't think I ever fully grew out of that. It was this idea that you can discover your superpowers or your alter ego, and that became your guiding light. That became the power that fueled you in those difficult times. And the Superhero Factory is really, it's a functional, fun gym. It's a playground for all ages where you can train your mind and how to overcome your mental blocks through overcoming physical obstacles. So many times in your life you'll hear someone say, "Oh, I've hit a wall." Well, what if you really hit a wall? What if we could show you what that feels like? What if we could show you that you can run up a wall that's 9 foot high or 10 foot high or even 12 foot high? What will that do to this seemingly high wall in your mind? It's going to shrink it. When someone says, "Oh, I have so many hurdles in front of me, so many obstacles when starting a business," well, let's teach you how to overcome obstacles. When someone says, I'm finding it hard to find balance," well, let's teach you how to balance. Let's get you walking on a bar and show you what it feels like to balance. When someone says, "My life's gone upside down," well, it sounds to me like they need to do a flip and learn how to land back on their feet. And so we've created a venue where people can explore these concepts in a very physical way and in a very safe way. We have a foam pit, we have crash mats, we have purpose-built, created with love space for people to come and explore their own superpowers and use that to empower their own lives and help others. Because a superhero, first and foremost, is somebody who is or she is required to save the day or save the world. And in order to be a hero, you have to be able to help others. And in order to help others, you have to first save yourself. So if you're stuck in a situation or a relationship or a job or something that's holding you back from becoming who you want to be, then your hands are tied for how much you can actually help others. So you free yourself first, mentally, physically, financially even, and then use that empowerment to empower others to do the same for themselves and those that they care for.